Hello, this is a new video that I'm making just to say to people that the breakthrough is clear. The breakthrough is close. The breakthrough is always coming, but it took a lot of time for people to actually find the breakthrough because they haven't seen any results that are like really consistent. And now they think that like success is not working, like nothing is working for them, but they don't even realize that they have been putting the work for a lot of time. People have been putting a lot of work for things, but they didn't see results necessarily. And then since they don't see results, they think that like things are not working or things are not like going well. But I'm here to tell you that the breakthrough is actually close because you have been you have been working for a lot of things. Warren Buffett, he has been investing since he was like a child. Since he was a kid. I don't know if it was like 10 or something like that. So it means that like he has been putting the work for all this time, and then it's when he was like older that he started to see things in his life. So a lot of people are like in the same situation. Maybe is you invest in yourself sometimes and you don't even see any results, but you always see results in the pocket of other people, you know. And this is changing now. There's a huge change where the breakthrough is actually closer than what you expect. So just embrace it. Just embrace that things are changing, even if it doesn't seem that you are actually someone that can actually get jobs, that can actually get employed. It's what I want to say is that like a lot of people who are qualified find it difficult to find jobs. A lot of people who have a lot of knowledge, a lot of like information that they're learning online, they're like on YouTube searching for stuff, and then they don't necessarily get anything. They don't get the same opportunities as those people that just don't do anything. They just go to the interview, they don't even care. They are already chosen for the interviews. So I want to say that it's just going to take time. It's just going to take more time for people to get to that level, you see. There's another sign that you can hear, but you will get to that level, you will get to that situation where you will be actually present in rooms that you never imagined, but you have already been around people that are like higher than you, maybe better than you, but it just looks like your breakthrough takes more time than other people. But the thing that you have to understand is that compared to other people, you don't have like an entire team of people that are like just working, to see your success or anything. You have to do things on your own. This is one of the reasons why you think that it takes more time for you to be at the top of those things that you see, the charts, the awards and all those things. You just say like, why didn't pick me, man? I'm like, why did the Grammys, they never call me, and all those stuff, like the Oscars and all those things, when you are the type of person that is actually doing your stuff. Maybe like you did acting and all those things, but you don't get any awards or anything. It's just know that it takes courage. You need to be the person that actually starts doing things. You need to be the person that actually takes the initiative to go after the things that you want. So it is going to take a lot of time, but you definitely have to be confident. You definitely have to just go after it. You are one of the best person, but at the same time, since you don't get enough like attention, you don't get the success that you want or all those things, but at the same time people want your attention too. So it's like you don't crave attention, and that's one of the reason why people just don't understand. They don't understand why you're not craving attention like everybody. But at the same time, everything you do brings attention at the same time, you know. So then people try to, it's like people try to do the same thing as you because they think that you're trying to get all the attention when you're just chilling. You're just having fun. And you don't, you try to be like everyone that is in the places that you are, but it looks that you are the one that is always like trying to be the loudest person, even if you don't even say a word, bro. You don't even say one thing, you know. It looks like you're the person that is always speaking and all those stuff, but you're like, sometimes you just walk to places, you don't even say anything, but people are looking at you when you enter places, you know. It's like an aura of like of celebrities and all those things. It's this kind of aura. It's just a different way that you move and that you just carry yourself, and it's not the common way, you know. It's not like how everyone is acting, but at the same time you're like regular. You just don't care, you know. And it is something that you are going to see in those, in the years that will come, that you actually have a breakthrough. You actually like do things, you know, like, and you should be always appreciating the things that you are doing, you know. And just never stop doing what you do. Never stop doing what you do, and keep like acquiring knowledge. Keep also having fun, dancing, and all the things that you like doing, you know. But because you're someone that has, yeah, that has dreams. And thank you, it's Vex, shout out to you, man. And you're someone that has dreams. You're someone that always like go after what you want, you know. And that's why you will always be successful. You will always have great things, you know. Shout out to Vex, you know. And I want to say that, you know, you'll always be the type of person that is really working, but the results that you will have will show in the future. It's in the future that you're going to show what you're capable of. And a lot of people that are finding their success is actually when they get like older, or maybe in the future. That's when they start seeing success. That's when they start seeing new things in their lives. But before, it just looked like they were not good enough because they tried everything. You know, they tried every single thing and it didn't work, you know. So now that you are in the situation that you are, you're going to see that your life is changing. Everything is changing. You'll be able to live of your passion, all the things that you want to do. But you have to take a leap of faith. You have to just believe that you can do those things. You have to believe that you can be actually like other people. And you will always find someone that can actually help you, to push you, because there is someone that is in the same situation as you, that lived exactly the same thing as you, but maybe they are already in their position of power, and you are like in the middle, in a situation where you actually worked really hard. So now you are like in the level where you don't see success, but at the same time you see success. So you're really in between like success and not starting anything. So you're really in the middle, and success is just next to you. You know, your success might be 2 years ahead, you know, and you think that like, nah, nothing is working and all those things, but you're just really close, you know. Like Thomas Edison, like he tried 10,000 times, you know, and he worked at like at 10,000 times. That's when it's actually works. So you should try doing things. You should try doing all the things that you want, and just try to find other ways as well to make money, other ways to just enjoy your life. Because as soon as you get money, it's actually when things become actually like difficult, because money is just something that is just additional. But we crave money, we want all the money in the world and all those things. But the life that you're currently living right now is the best life. You're living one of the best life, because you're able to do the things that you like doing. You're able to walk around and just meet people. You can be with your family. You already have everything. That's why like we are all chasing the dream, but the dream is what we're actually living right now. So even if you don't have anything, even if you're in a situation where you just don't understand, the dream is already here for you. You're already part of this dream. You're already embracing what is happening. So just keep working. Just like the most important thing is just to be consistent. Just be consistent with the way you just do things. Like if you are passionate about something like music, art, videos, and all those things, just keep doing those things on your own. Sometimes you don't even need to share stuff, but it still counts as if you are sharing your stuff, because you're actually working. And one day when you actually decide to share your art to people, or you decide to just show what you like doing, you will see that there are actually people that like what you do. There are people that actually embrace the work that you have been doing for a long time, but you didn't share. And me, I was like skeptical about sharing the things I like being in front of the camera. Those are like the fears that people have, but you just need to just go after what you want to do, and then you just post your things, or you just decide to just do whatever you want to do that makes you happy. And just know that you will always have judgment, you will always have people that say what they think. But as long as you're confident with your art, you're confident with what you do, and you see happiness in what you do, just keep doing your thing. And that's when you're going to see that things are actually like improving, and then you just continue. But what I just recommend is doing the things that we love, only the things that we love, and then you will just see that like you can actually be good at that thing, because it doesn't feel like you're working. There's a lot of people that have jobs that they are passionate about, like people that you see, like athletes, basketball players, like soccer players. They are passionate about what they do. Some of them are passionate about what they do. That's why they just play all the time, they train all the time. But something that you also have to realize is that like there are some people that are really talented, some people that are really good, and they have all the skills in the world. And then they feel that they don't need to work on those things because they have already a talent that is more than people. So now they just don't work a lot. They just feel like they don't need to work a lot. And then people that actually don't have the skills decide to actually work. They go to the gym, they just work really hard. And then you see that they actually get the results that they wanted to have. The people that just didn't have skills, they actually go ahead and have a better position, because it's just work and passion on that works. Like Tom Brady, like he said that like he really didn't have all the skills compared to other athletes, but he was working all the time. He was trying to improve himself, his game, and all those things. And that's something that we can actually learn from people. There are some people that were already good, that had all the things, but it's just like they don't have the mindset. It's the mindset of just like you do what you love. And I was talking about that yesterday. It's like in the day you have 24 hours. So just take a paper, and in this paper you write one from like 24, and all those hours, you count the hours to where you sleep, it's 8 hours. And then every hours of the day, you just try to count. You just try to write what you're doing. For example, when you wake up and the first thing that you like doing is maybe like reading or just going outside or something that you like to do, you just write everything that you did in the day. And then at the end of the day, you just look at the paper, and then you realize if you were actually productive. You just realize if you were actually having like a good day. And this is something that I just realized is that me, I spent a lot of time just thinking that I was working because I had knowledge and all those things. I think that I was working, but there's always something that you can do for work to get more money and to just be closer to your dream. So as soon as every day, you do something that you actually like. It's like every day you just put a stone on your building, and then it's a huge structure, because you just put something every day, and then it grows and it grows. So you will always grow if you just focus on, like, you plan things. Me, like, planning was one of the most difficult thing, because, like, I never planned. I was like, I'm just going to do things like that, and this is how it works. But when you start planning things, you don't even need to take a lot of time to plan. You can just say, take a paper, you write down what you want to do. I want to do this. So this is the things that I'm going to do every day. And you make sure that you do those things every day. Because when I used to play soccer, I just thought that, like, since I run fast, like, it's okay, I can be a good player and all those things. And then I realized that I wasn't going to the gym, but I was just showing up to the games just to play. And then I realized that other people on the team, they were training, they were going to the gym every time, like twice a week or 3 times a week. Me, I just went to the game like that. And then the difference shows itself. And even the coach and all those people, they select people that work really hard. They prefer choosing someone that will always have discipline, someone that will always work really hard. And that's why sometimes we ask ourselves, why do they choose people over us? It's because of the work ethic. It's because, like, people are focused. This is one of the things that people have, is that they are really focused, and they just go after what they want. So living of your passion is something that is actually, you don't need money to live of your passion. That's the thing that people don't understand, is that, like, your passion will always be your passion. You can find a way, you can find a job, like 9 to 5 is it's actually a good thing, because you shouldn't compare your money to other people's money. Just get, like, you can get a job, you can always get something that will just give you, like, stability. You have your money and you're cool. And then on the side, you do your art. On the side, you do the things that you like to do. You sing, you dance. You do everything that you find important for you. And then you will just realize that you're actually living your dream, because you don't need to make more money. Because another thing that we look the success of everyone. When you have like 10,000, you're going to look at the person that has 50,000, all those kind of things. But just appreciate what you have. And I swear that the day you decide to appreciate what you have, it looks like you have 1 million. It looks like you have even more, because a lot of people have high numbers, a lot of money, all those things, fame, all those things, but they don't appreciate what they have, because they are looking at other people's stuff. So if you have one, two, whatever you have, if you have small things, but you appreciate, you love what you have, you will see that a lot of people are going to love what you have, because you love the things that you have, and you love yourself. So always remember that you are always in the right path. You are always following your dreams. You're always doing great things. And you should never compare yourself to other people that you see around, because they are always better. People around are always good. There's always someone that is better. But social media is just showing an image, and we are all believing those things. So sometimes we just scroll and we look at other people that are having the dream jobs that we want, people that are just smiling next to Cardi B, next to all the celebrities and all those stuff, and we are looking at them, and it's like, oh my God, I want to be around them and all those things. They have a better life. Your life is better because you appreciate, you love what you have. Your life is precious, because you wouldn't trade anything for money. Like, you would prefer staying with your family, like your friends, instead of having money in some situation. You see that money doesn't work, like not having a family, from not having friends. So a lot of people have the money, they put their entire life focused on the money because they don't have it. When we don't have something, we're like, I want this thing. They try to go after something that they don't have. And then when they get it, and they're like, is it really? Is it really what I was just chasing? And like, everybody is rejecting you for stuff. And then you see that your dream is not necessarily like all this thing is not, it's like All this entire thing is not necessarily what it seems, It's like most of the things are, it's like social media. From the outside, it looks that it's good, the grass is greener on the other side and all those stuff, but it is not. It is not greener, it's the same thing. So just know that you should just embrace everything that you have. And if people made you feel a certain way, just level up. Just level up. Just do the things that you always dream about, and you will see that at some point you don't even need to look at all those exterior things that you think that bring you happiness, because you are already happy. Set your your goals. I want to do this, and you don't even need to just say like, oh, I need this by this time and absolutely have it by a time. Just say, yeah, I want to be successful. And then you try to see at the things that you can be successful at, and you just work. Because as soon as you find something that you love, as soon as you find something that makes you happy, you will see that you will never need to work a day in your life, because you already live the dream and you're already being the person that you want to be. So find a mentor, find someone that is in a higher position, and just learn from them, and just try to just do your own thing, embrace that, and you will see that in the future you'll be able to have all those Benz, Mercedes, and all those expensive cars that you see. You will be able to drive those things. But then now it just looks that you're just outside. You're not like part of their club because they are rich and all the stuff. But we can all get money. We can all get in a better position. And I realized that like I look at everyone around me. They have jobs, they have everything, their life is just on point. And then me, I try to do stuff, and sometimes it doesn't work, and I'm like, okay, I just have to let God do the work. I will just let God do the work, and we will see in the future. But you just have to keep embracing what you do. If God gave you a talent, or you have something that you love doing for yourself, you can do that thing for yourself. You just enjoy doing it. And when you get confidence, you're like, yeah, maybe I will share it. Maybe I will share this song to the world. Maybe I will share this thing to the world. And then people are just going to see that you do thing. And as long as you're confident with your own thing, it's the best work. It's the best work, because you're the only one that sees what you want and what can be good for you. That's why I'm saying that art is subjective. You can always find good art. You can always find great things in the world, as long as you just believe that you can do things and apply it to your own life. You see, I try to record music, I try to do those things, and a lot of people made fun of me for doing this thing, but I just said, you know what? I like doing it. I just like doing it. Like when no one is looking at you, those are the things that you still do in your life. So you have to know that it is not your identity, to have all those things and all the money and all those things that has nothing to do with your identity. What are the things that you would do if you don't have those things? If you don't have money, if you don't have friends, you don't have anything like that. Like, what are the things that are your friends? What are the things that actually connect with you? Those are the things that you should just embrace, and just like do those things. When you find something like that, you just appreciate it, and then you can actually start meeting people that like doing those things. There are some people that like reading, so they are book clubs. There are some people that like playing sports. There are sport groups. Like there's always a group of people that have the same mindset as you in this world. That's the kind of thing like I talk about most of the time, is that like the people are here, but it's just like it's a little bit mixed, like, because you'll be around people but that don't have necessarily the same interest, and then you think that you have to be friends with everyone. Yes, you have to respect everyone, but your soul tribe, your people, they are just waiting for you. The same way you want to have friends, the same way you want to be around people, they are all here. They are all around, but it's just difficult to find people because you are rare in this world. You are like someone that is really rare in this world. So you just have to find rare people as well, you know. You just have to find them, and you will actually see that like you have a team. You're not alone. Like you have a team. You have someone that is always here for you and that will always like uplift you. And I just like I wrote down like on the paper, and I said like who helps me, who is like motivating me most of the time in my life. And it was really hard to find names of people that are actually motivating me, you know, that are like like trying to push me like, oh yeah, it's good, you know. There's not a lot of people that do that, you know, so you have to do it for yourself. You have to find like ways to actually like motivate yourself and just say good things to yourself, because like people, it's not everybody that can say good things to other people, but we are just there and we want to achieve things, and then as soon as we hear something, it's really difficult because you have to be focused on one thing. You can be focused on one thing, and this one thing is going to be the golden breakthrough that God just gave you and that was hidden. You know, so this entire time you're thinking that God is not seeing you, that nobody is seeing you, and nobody is like knows that you work and all this. It's like people know that you work. People see the work. The universe is seeing how hard you're working and your ambitions and all those things, bro. All this work has been seen, because when you put something in the universe, it just goes back to you. But for us, it's just delayed. So people can do the same work that we put. They're going to have results next week. But us, it's going to be in 2 years, 3 years that the work is actually going to manifest. And by this time, you're going to be like, oh, you know, I've been working a long time and all this stuff, you know. And then you realize that like you will have an abundance of money, abundance of wealth, abundance of relationship, friends, you know, like you'll be able to be in relationship with people that you like and all those things. But when we are chasing for those things, it takes even more time for us to get it, you know. But at some point, we're just going to get it. We are just going to get it, and we are just going to be pissed off because we were waiting all our life for something, you know. And then this thing is coming like 3 years later, and you're like, oh my God, I forgot that I wanted this thing. It's like waiting for a package for weeks. You wait this thing for weeks, and then you're like, okay, I'm not even going to check the mailbox, you know. And then, like, the day you say you're not going to check the mailbox, that's when the thing comes to you. You know what I mean? So it's just like you still have to dream. You still have to say to yourself, you're a dreamer, and there's only one person that can see this vision, and it is you. As soon as you see that vision, as soon as you know that you can achieve something, even if people doubt you, people say, no, you're not going to do it, you know, just go after those things. Just continue doing those things, and just know that, like, everybody is not going to see, how hard you're working, because there's always someone that is working harder compared to them. So everything, they're just comparing yourself to other people. You know, you can put 5 hours on something, they're going to say, no, the other people just did 12 hours on the thing. But you just created the best work, the best piece of art, the best work that you created, you know. And then everybody is looking at your work, you know. They see that you spend 5 hours doing this thing, and then they're like, yeah, I spent 12 hours, so my thing is better than their things. You know what I mean? So they compared their work to your work, because you are qualified and you know that what you do is different because you actually love what you do. Your work, you do your work, you're like, you look at your work, you're happy of your work, you're like, you're dancing because you're like, you enjoy your own stuff, you know? You have learned to enjoy your own company and all those stuff. But then people who are just working to work, they are just focused on just working a lot of hours, and they just throw away their work to people and say, I did the work. You know, You just do your work in a small amount of time, but it is great work that is going to have a huge impact. But just people, they just look at one mistake most of the time. They're just like, nah, you know what I mean? And then this entire time, you start to doubt yourself because you come with a humble beginning. You're like, I'm not even going to try anything. I'm just going to present my work. Or you're going to say, like, I have to do my presentation in front of everyone and all those things. You do your thing. And that's when, like, everybody is just starting to distract you and do all those things because you were the influencer in that situation. You were the person that actually like had some impact when you presented your stuff, when you did your art, when you did anything, and then the people are just going to look at that and they're going to say, no, I don't like this about that work. I don't like this about that work. But then you're going to see that the next week in their work they're going to do something similar. They're going to do those kind of things. So you have a huge influence. Don't ever doubt your influence that you have. You have a huge influence in this world. But people are just going to act like you don't have influence because what you do is just different. It's just different. But you are the person that is actually changing things. You're the person that is actually like people question about things. When they see you, they start questioning things. But before they were not questioning things. They just learn the same thing, like, yeah, 1 plus 1 is 2. All those things they learn, the basic things that are like in this world. They just learn the basic things, and you're the type of person you ask why. You just like, why is it this? And then people say that you're not smart and all this thing, but you just question with honesty, bro. You're the type of person, you enter a room, everybody is good at math, everybody is good at anything, all the things, and you're a beginner, bro. You enter the place, you're like, what is investing? You ask those kind of questions, and everybody is level 10 in investing, and they make fun of you because you just ask what is investing. Those are the kind of things. It's like you're humble, but at the same time people think that you're dumb because you're not. Maybe the level that you are is not the highest level, but you're the smartest person. You're the smartest person in the room because you are actually questioning things. You're actually going after what you want. So that's why it's really hard to fit in sometimes, and finding friends becomes even harder. So just keep doing your thing, keep appreciating your stuff, and just know that you will be at the best position most of the time. So you're someone that just embraces stuff and just improve. So just know that you have time to do things, and just know that, like, the people that say things, they will never ever be in your position because you ask questions and you do your things. And that's really interesting. So you have to put God, you just have to put God first. um Vex is a smart person. Shout out to you. And I want to say that, like, it's like people doubt us most of the time. People will always doubt us, but we shouldn't doubt ourselves. We should continue working. We should be at the top level and always improve our situation. So look at everything that you do, look at all those things and ask yourself, what are the benefits of doing those things? What are the things that are actually going to improve? There's always ways to make more money. There are always ways to improve yourself and to actually enjoy. So enjoy your art, enjoy everything that you do. So this is one of the most important thing. You should always embrace what you do and enjoy your life. So this is one of the most important thing. Just enjoy and have peace of mind. You know what I mean? I'm just going to put like one song right now, um, that I like listening. Um, this is one of the songs that I just love. like a bomber. Stop getting up, don't stop getting up. God is always here for you. I just wanna talk to you. I don't think you understand. I'm so shy, but I'm so cool. I don't think you understand. Toi, je ferai les 100 pas, je peux pas vivre sans toi. J'envoie des messages sans des réponses. J'ai l'impression que tu me vois. Deceiving for me. I look at your eyes and they're rooting for me. Rooting for me. So this is just an straight like exclusive song, But I just want to say that like you are welcome. You are always able to change the status quo. You're able to change things. So just know that just your presence in places is one of the most important things. So you will always you will always have angels around you because you have something special, and you will always be in situations where you will encounter people that are not that don't have the same mindset as you, and they start just doubting you. They start doubting you most of the time. They just ask themselves how is he doing that thing. And then there's like you can even have like people that are with you, and then they start just questioning everything about you. Why is it like that? Why did you do that? Why did you do that? Every single time, because what you're doing is innovative. They just ask you to do something. They say draw a rectangle. But I want you to draw a rectangle with a ruler, and it has to be 8 inches and all those things. And you did the same thing, but you just did it like with maybe you did it with a card. You just picked a card and you just did the thing, and it's similar to the thing, but they're like, no, I want it to be 8 inches. It's like you were able to do the rectangle, you know but they wanted you to do an 8-inch rectangle or something like that. But it's when you put your rectangle and the rectangle of other people side by side, it's the same thing. But when you do things, they want to measure and like do all those things, and like, no, you didn't do how I told you to do. That's why even a lot of artists in labels, they are like, it's really hard for them, because they have someone that is telling them, no, that's how it works, and you have to do things that way. If you don't do things that way, it's not going to work. No, no, no. They decide everything that you have to do. And that's how the labels work. I know there are three labels. There is Sony, Warner Brothers, and what's the last one? Universal Groups. And they are like, those are the type of labels that exist. And then like in those organizations, I'm sure that they have like great leaders, great managers, and great executive in those things. But at the same time, there are people that are just like, they want to control the artist and all those things. But it's not how it works. You have to give freedom to the artist. The artists have to actually be able to just create art. And when you just like don't allow the artist to do what they want, like their art is like their soul, is their personality, the art that they do. And then when you block people from doing this thing, it's like, no, you can be yourself you know and then it's I understand it's a business. Like everybody wants to be part of those huge businesses. They want to be part of those businesses. But like, just know that you will always be able to be around those type of people. Those people, they go to Starbucks. You know what I mean? Those people, they're all over the world. But it's just like, I want to say directly to Sony, to Warner Brother, and Universal, is that like, give the opportunities. We are like, there's a way for us to work together and all those stuff. Give opportunities to people like me, like, you know what I mean? Like, just try to help people, because me, I can be a music executive, I can be a producer, I can be like a musician, like I do music as well. I can do acting and all those things, but the perspective that I see things is from an artist, but at the same time, I see things from an executive and a business owner. That's why it's really hard. When you have like supervisors and other people that tell you exactly what you want to do. Even though like I respect people, all those things, but it's like I need the same freedom that you give to the people that have the higher leverage in the label, like the big artists. You know what I mean? I'm just trolling. I love Sony, Universal, and Warner Brothers. But I would love to be around music executive. Like I already know like music executive in my country and some of the people that are in the music business. But I really want to just show what I'm actually capable of, and just open. You are talking about diversity and all those things. Just open your doors to people, like me, that are actually going to make you more money and all those stuff. But I'm not here doing a job interview. I'm just here to actually reach those people that are at the labels in a higher position, maybe of a leader. You're the leader, you're A&R, you're someone that is working in the label and all those things. You need to know that you have to care about your artist. You have to make sure that your artist is the number one priority. It doesn't matter if it is a big artist or a small artist. When you're working with an artist, you have to make sure that this artist is actually having a good career, you just have to care. It's not just about the money, it's about the relationship that you have with people, bro. Because behind the artist, there's his family that is just like they are proud that their dad or like their mom is signed to a label, for example, or their cousin is signed to a label and all those things. Like they are proud, but we have to treat those people well, because when you treat one person bad, it's the entire family that is treated bad. So A&Rs, leaders, managers, agents, and all those people, that are like in music labels and all those stuff, just know that yes, you have an upper hand, you have the power, but you have to empower other people under you. That's why, like, the people are saying that labels are dying and all those things because of like, yeah, the world is digital and all those stuff, but you also have to recreate yourself, constantly recreate yourself in this kind of work, in this kind of world as well. So just try to find like other people, just try to find maybe like streamers, you know what I mean, to promote your music and all those stuff, but put the artist first. Don't just be the type of person that like you see an artist is like, okay, that's a good 90% that I'm making, of this artist. No, that's not cool. That's absolutely not cool. So even the distribution platforms and all those things, like, let's try to make something fair for artists. Let's try to work together and make things fair for every artist. It doesn't, you just have to make sure that like the minimum thing, in the labels is 50-50. It has to be like that. Or you can still negotiate with artists. Maybe if you want 60% and they get 40%, you know what I mean. But don't have deals where you have 90% and then the artist has 10. You know what I mean? It's like it's not cool, for the artist, because like the artist is working really hard. I have recorded some songs. I have spent hours writing, days writing the song. And then to record it, you have to take it again. You have to think again of all the things that you do. It's really like people are really like art for them. It's like their entire life. They are really working hard for those things. And then they finish the song. They have to mix the songs themselves. They mix the song themselves. And then after mixing the song, they have to share it online, and then they don't make money from that. They have 90% of what like the song is making. I wish I could have at least 50%. You give, I receive. You know what I mean? Like and I will give you as well. It's like I don't understand it, like how the world is not just working in a 50-50. It just has to be 50-50 in this world. That's one of the most important things. This world has to be 50-50 with people. 50% for the label, 50% for the artist. Those are the things that need to be done. It's like not like someone has 90% and then someone has 10%. You know what I mean? Like it's just like, and that's in even in human relationship, when you want, like in your family, you want people to give you 50% and you have to give 50% like to the other person. But most of the time when you go to places, you will see that people want 90% of your attention, 90% of all those things, and you're like, bro, I just want some stuff too. So let's just create a world where we just have 50-50. It should be the minimum of like every relationship, every businesses, or everything, so that we can all grow as a person, and we can all be in better position. So it's really interesting. So I just want to call all the big artists. I want to call all the leaders, like all the Elon Musk and all the like Jeff Bezos, all those people, bro. I want to call all those people to make situation fair. We have to make sure that it is fair for content creators. We have to make it fair for everybody, you know. And the crazy thing is that, like, I'm an artist as well. I do my thing, and I've been like not being able to promote myself in a good way because I don't have a team. But the skill that I have is that I'm able to see things from the perspective of an artist, and I'm able to see from the perspective of an executive as well. You know what I mean? So I can confidently say that we all need 50-50. 50-50 should be the minimum for everything that we do. Instead of like taking from the artist and all those stuff. But yeah, I'm seeing people like Kanye West. I'm seeing people like Jay-Z, that has like that have their platforms and all those stuff, and it's really inspiring. It's really inspiring. But I'm like looking at the big labels, and I'm like, you should also, like, the reason why future labels are not going to survive is because they want to be like, I just want to be, it's like it's greed. No disrespect to anybody, it's like greed, because you already had all the money in the world. You had all the money in the world, all the artists, all the influence, all the power in the world, but you still want to make more and more and more and more. I understand it's a business, but then, like, at some point you can lose everything. You can lose everything because God is seeing all those things. God is really seeing. I know that there's a lot of good people in those labels, and I absolutely believe that some CEOs, some executive, like some managers, are really good people that are like actually kind. But since the industry is like how it is set, everybody is putting a wall, to be strong and to defend themselves. And then the naive artist that is like, oh my God, I want to record there. Like I want to be like Miley Cyrus. I want to be like Miley Cyrus. And then you sign a deal and you end up 10 years, 10 years with a 90 and 10%. You're like, gosh, what the fuck happened? We just we have to be genuine. We have to, it's like, it's a business. Why? It's a business, guys. Stop using people in that way. And I also want to say that, like, yeah, labels are, it's important to be in a label. It's a great thing to be in a label, but at the same time, like, a lot of artists are going to be independent. Like, I'm thinking about people like Drake. People like Drake, like, if they decide to do their thing on their own, it can be a great thing. It can be a great thing. But everybody wants to be the number one in those things, and then, like, it's just like a big ocean, where everybody's saying, that's my water, that's my thing, like, you shouldn't, like, But it's really sad because a lot of percentage that I should have in my bank account, you're like, where is it? And you're the type of person like, I lived in the regular world, not the world of like celebrities and all these things. I lived in the regular world, so I know how money works normally, and how what type of money I should receive. And you see that you don't receive a lot of money and all those stuff, and then it's when people start like crying in front of people that actually people get the attention. But the customer service is the worst thing. So you can call yourself a great company. Now I'm talking to every uh, SP 500 companies right now. I'm talking to all the leaders of those companies. I'm telling you guys that you have to give a good customer service. It's not because you're at the top and people are investing. It's like, oh, bonds, stocks, I don't know, all those things. People are investing in your stuff. You have to give a great customer service. This is the thing that like people are actually going to like you for. They're going to have loyalty for you. If they see that you're someone like you have a company and you actually care about the person that is like, why is my deal like that? Like, why did I receive a product that is not like efficient, or like that is not working? And then they will be more loyal to you. So it's a win-win situation for you if you have great customer service. Be the one in the industry that is saying, you know what? I actually care about people. Even if you have been with all this money, you have all the money in the world, 100 million bucks, and you're like, I don't even need to go to Starbucks and all those things. I don't need to be around people most of the time. Just say to yourself that, having human interaction with people is always one of the best thing, especially if they like what you're doing, if they see that your customer service, that you actually care. When your customer gets the product, you make sure that you text the person, is like, how is your product? Those kind of things. It's like you actually care. It's not like you just give the product to the person and then you're like, okay, I go to the next person. Just take more time to the person that you give service to. So this is for all the SP 500 companies. I want to say that you have to bring value to your customers. You have to make sure that your company is a company with humans. You know what I mean? I know that AI is going to be a big thing in the world, but even AI, you have to think that AI also should get great customer service and all those things. Now, I want to talk to all the politicians in the world. I want to say to politicians that you are in the leadership position. We don't doubt about that. We don't doubt that you're in a leadership position, and we actually like that you're like managing all the stuff. But just listen to the youth, listen to people. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not a politician, and I can't even call myself an activist or anything, because I can see myself in a room with politicians, businessmen. We all have the same mindset. We all want to grow and achieve things in the future. You know what I mean? But it's like, let's actually make our countries to the highest level and all those things. Let's make things happen. Let's start building like things for the communities and all those stuff, so that your kids can go to those places. So if you don't want to create things for the community and you want money for yourself, just say that you're creating things for your kids. You create the thing, like you create the big space, and you say that, okay, this is the space for my kids, but it's the entire community that is there. That's just mindset that I'm just saying to people that are politicians if they don't want to help. But just know that you have all the money, you have all the power in the world. You have all the power, all the money in the world. Just know that like we can actually look up to you. Me, I'm the type of person, I look at politicians and all those people. I actually look up to you guys. But just make sure that you include people in your staff, even if you want to like keep a system and do the things for you. Just know that you have to be capable to bring people. You have to bring people to a better situation, a better position under your leadership. Me, I'm a leader, a leadership like coach, all those kind of things. So I can actually see, I can go to a place and I just interact with one or two people and I know already how the entire organization is. So make sure that all the departments that you have are not separate. Make sure that everyone is connected and that people talk to each other and all those things, because if you're in an organization where everybody is divided, it shows to every single thing. You're going to see that even like if you're a school, you will see that the students are separate as well. If you're a politician, you will see that the other party wants to punch the other party and like it's a war all the time. I'm a mediator. I'm in the middle of those things. That's a different type of content creator that I am. It's a new type of content creator that I am. So let's have harmony in this world. Let's have harmony in this world and just bring new things. Let's bring new teams and just bring new people to highest levels in this world. It's not just like doing things for ourselves, it's doing things for everybody. So I'm calling all the people that are in leadership position to actually care about people, care about the people that look like you, the people that don't look like you, just like, and it's a really like it's a type of world where we are living together, we are all connected. You can see that like everybody is trying to show that they are living. Everybody wants attention, everybody wants to show that they are present and all those stuff. So we just have to embrace that we are in a world where like we are just all connected in that sense. We all like the person that is driving the train, he wants to be noticed as well. When you we go to the train to say hi, you know what I mean? But it's like, let's create harmony in this world. It's like, let's have a deal. Let's create harmony in this world, but at the same time, if you want to be a little bit toxic, you can be toxic, but let's create the number one thing in this new world that is happening right now. It should be that like at least we should love each other, and when we go outside, we shouldn't like be defensive, and think that people are just trying to steal from us. But we allow toxicity and like all the things. It's like it just has to be a balanced world. I'm not telling you to be an evil person in this world. I'm just telling guys, girls, women, parents, and all those people that we have to bring harmony in this world, so that like if someone like me goes to China, you know what I mean? They receive me in a friendly way. If I go to other places, they receive me in a friendly way, and not because I'm a celebrity or because I'm someone in a higher position or I'm someone that is just different compared to other people and all those stuff. I'm not there yet, bro. I'm not there yet. But I want to say that we should embrace, because the type of mindset I have, yes, you might look at me and you can have your thoughts and whatever you think. It's like, bro, if we watch a game together, I'm like, we're just going to chill. We're just going to enjoy life. And I'm not thinking about competition and all those things. I'm just like, I learned from all the leaders that exist, all the leaders that were here before and all the presidents, Nelson Mandela, all those people, Obama, you know what I mean? Like all those people, all those leaders in the world. But just know that it's just a different. It's like you're actually experiencing for the first time the world that is like not, it's a new type of world, because it's like not a lot of people were able to just say what I'm saying, but it's like it's really from like a place of harmony that I'm saying those things. Not a lot of people have been, not a lot of people are in a situation of leadership, and that look like me. You know what I mean? And me, I see myself as a human being, bro. I see myself as a human being. So I don't care if the person is the poorest person, middle class, or the richest person, like richest like Bernard Arnault, all those things, I would treat everybody like a human being, from the security guy, from everybody, So my point is, you have the upper hand. You have the upper hand. So use your cards in the right way. It doesn't mean that you have to bring people down. It doesn't mean that you have to just do things just to put yourself first. You already have money. You already have power. You already have fame. You already have a passion and all those things. So just like enrich yourself. It's what you want to do. Make money, as much money as you want. But I want to see infrastructures. I want to see things improving in our countries and in all those places. It's not that serious. It's not that serious, but today it's just a thought that I have. It's just a thought that I have. I just really want to make sure that every countries are able to just work together. Why is it like that we get along only when it is like capitalism, and we have to just like you have to sell coffee, you have to go to South America to get coffee, or in Africa to get coffee? That's when you're cool with people, that's when you're nice with people, because we are trading businesses and all those things, the supply chain and all those things. I don't want things to get complicated like that, but my point is, we don't need to want something from other people just to be kind or being nice. And that's why I talk a lot about like America and how people are friendly because they want tips. You know what I mean? And like, I was part of that person too. I'm like going to deliver your stuff. I'm going to give you stuff with friendliness and all this thing because you want a tip. But at some point, we have to actually realize that you have to care. Of course, I want the tip. I want the $10 tip. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I'm like, I actually care. That's the difference. I actually care. And the day I don't care, it means that I absolutely given up that thing, or that I don't like anymore, and I'm no longer going to pursue anything in that thing. So, and this works with people. I can see someone and I'm like, I'm going to give you my best. I'm just going to help you grow. I'm going to help you be the person that you want to be, and all those stuff. I'm going to be supportive and all those stuff. But this the day I just realized that like the person does something wrong, I'm like, it's no longer going to be the same. But we have to just forget. Have forgiven. We have forgiven. And sometimes my ancestors are speaking, for me, but like, we have forgiven you. Whoever resonates with that, it's like, we have forgiven you. Okay. But at the same time, you have to actually accept, and you just have to accept that you were wrong too. You have to accept that, like, it's terrible, like it's really terrible. And when we actually go back to the past and history with like ancestors and all those things. But it doesn't mean that we can actually go to a level where we just work in harmony. you know we just have to work in harmony in this world, and we have to actually make sure that society is in a good way. And that's the crazy thing. Right now, I'm like, at the level that I am, I'm like, I don't know if I'm successful, or I'm in the middle, or I don't know if I'm like going to the higher level. I don't know if I'm a regular person, but I'm still putting the same work that LeBron James is doing in anything that I do, because I embrace what I'm doing. I embrace what I'm doing, and I appreciate what I'm doing. But I'm just here trying to connect with people that I wasn't even able to connect with in the world that is here. So if you resonate with that and you're seeing that in the future, you are successful for sure. You're going to be more successful for sure. And just know that you have something to bring in the world, and you always brought that thing to the world. Now it's time for you to make sure that the next generation is at the highest level, and there's harmony in this world. It's we should be living in a world that it's normal to say what you think, but you have to be respectful of people. And just know that, like, they some people try to destroy the image of other people, but the soul speaks for itself. Look the person in the eye, and you see that when they say, I want harmony in this world, I mean it. I want it, I mean it. And just pray, believe in God, because it's God that is just helping everyone to do things. But just don't get deceived by this world, because everything is still focused on money. And we also have to respect animals because we see animals and we are like, no. And there's like some of the things that I just realized today. It's like the animals that, like, animals really suffer in this world. Animals really suffer in this world. I'm not going to say that, like, I don't eat meat and all those things, but like sometimes I cook food, I'm cooking the food and I'm looking at it, and I see how it is moving, and you see the blood coming from the steak that you're cooking. It's like it's really sad. It's really sad, but at the same time, we know that humans are also animals, but it's like, let's push our society to the future. Let's push our society to a higher level, and instead of trying to have the tallest building, the skyscrapers, and all those things, let's actually care about the person that you're actually seeing. Care about the person that is actually having difficulties, but they say, you know what, I'm still going to try every day with small steps and do new things. We should really care about people. We should really embrace the people that we see, because we have, like, the world that we are living in now is actually becoming social media. So the real world has become social media. And with AI and all those things, and robots, and even computers are living. Computers live as well. Everything is living. And that's an African proverb that I saw. But I heard that, like, almost everything is living, and I just didn't believe that. But with time, I actually realized that everything is living. Those computers, they have been here with us for a long time. The microwave and all those things, they are living things, bro. And again, if people don't believe what I'm saying at this time, it's 2024, right? If people don't believe what I'm saying in 2024, they will believe maybe in 10 years what I'm saying. But just remember that I have been talking about all those things that all the Einsteins and all those people that are, like, trying, the scientists and all those people have been trying to discover. I have been talking about most of those things in the most humble way, understandable way, and it's really like, in a social way. We're having a conversation. I'm analyzing how conversation happen and all those things happen in life. But I'm proving you that you can go from any point of life and become at the highest level. I'm talking to every single African presidents right now. Guys, you have the upper hand in everything that you do. You have the upper hand. So just try to put the countries forward. you know and if you're like a leader that messed up everything, you messed up everything, just know that there's redemption. There's God. And you can be from someone that is hated, from someone that is loved. We forgive all the presidents that sold our countries and all those stuff. And even, like, I don't want to be too controversial and all those things. But you are in the position of power. You understand that you are the president. You are any president in the world. If you see that, you are the president. So just do whatever you have to do to make sure that everything is happening in a good way for you and your people, But if you're focused on making money, make your money, but use some of the money and invest it in the country. Don't try to don't try to start investing when you see that the elections happen. So my point is, every leader, from the person that is working as like a concierge, security, president, astronaut, anything, bro, the same laws apply. You have to be respectful to everyone that is around you, and you have to make sure that whatever organization that you are in, everybody is in harmony. That's why. And even like in the future, you're going to see that it's the same problems over and over, because people don't work in harmony. They just want to give the illusion that everything is fine, but it is not in harmony. So just make sure that every department, every population, every countries get along with each other. That was my message of today. My name is Eloge Dosu, and I will see you next time. Thank you.